So before I get started, I'm just saying this is just a solution-based video and listing the reasons why, and more than likely it just should be. If you're in your feelings about it and you feel a certain type of way, hey, it is what it is. Come up with a better solution to either get rid of it altogether, which you're not going to be able to do because it's like getting rid of drugs, or come up with a solution that is beneficial for all parties involved. All right, so this is just a random video. The image that you see above was just a video I ran through on YouTube, and I've seen these over the years, and it was almost unbelievable. Where you have across America, you have fields of women um, going out there walking, and you would have some women get offended if a guy were to go up to him and say, hey, are you working, XYZ, yada, yada, yada. And you have a lot of women out here that would get offended, but women don't understand that you have literally women out here in multiple cities across the United States during all times of day, walking up and down in broad daylight in a lot of these neighborhoods. And some people want to act as though prostitution is not something that is um there. It's not in abundance or anything like that, and realistically it is. OnlyFans has clear cut showed you that prostitution is a thing. So this is the thing that I'm stating, right? A lot of women have stated, my body, my choice. Fine, so be it, no problem. Now my thing about this is, why don't all of the women who believe in my body, my choice, in order to make things safer for other women out here who choose to use their bodies in a multitude of different types of ways, some of which they are using their bodies in order to make money, why not all of those women get together and formulate a plan or an idea in quite a few of these states where you have a lot of these women who are literally walking these streets? Why not formulate laws, and why not formulate a plan in order to legalize this, right? So that they would automatically get checkups, right? So that they are automatically safe, right? So that they have an area where if this is what they want to do, if this is how they want to spend their life, then they can easily do that in these areas that have laws and rules and regulations set forth, and they can also get taxed just like everybody else. Like I said before, other countries do it. Other countries do it. And the main thing that I've stated before, regardless on how I feel about it, or disagree with it or not, people are free to live their lives however they want to live their lives. My main thing is that what people choose to do, I feel that they should be safe while doing it. And if other people are directly with them, right, then those people should also be safe as well. Because you have to look at it from a whole other side, right? You have a lot of dudes out here that would go out here and patronize some of these women, and some of these dudes might not be using any type of protection. So then that means that if those guys are also messing with other women, then he's more than likely not using protection with them either, which means everybody more than likely caught something from one person. Like, the way that they can, in a sense, do this is the same exact way that they do with the adult entertainment industry, where the records are directly online. You can clear cut see somebody's health status. Like I said, if you don't believe me, you can go online and look up any adult film stars health records. They are open to the public, and this is what they do for a living, right? It's technically the same thing as prostitution. Only difference is they're not working for a company, and they're not making money or royalties off of films and whatever else directly out there. Like I said, it sounds completely crazy coming from me, but I'm just looking at the way that the world is. And instead of lagging behind and trying to play catch up, you know, people need to be at the forefront of a lot of things. Now, I can tell you that you're going to have women like, oh, just because he say my body, my choice doesn't mean that we agree with everything. Look here, this is all I'm sitting up here saying. If you want a woman to have the right to use her body, this is Pandora's box. This is what it looks like. You can't sit up here and say like, "Oh yeah, I believe in my body, my choice," but only to a certain extent. Nah, 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 nah. Once you open Pandora's box, you ain't cracking that door open. The whole lid is gone, and you ain't putting that lid back on. So you either deal with the consequences, or you just go back to how things were before. And you can't go back to how things were before. So my main thing is looking at a lot of these women. Like I said, go look at a lot of these videos. It's pretty sad to see that you have a lot of these women out here. They feel that the only value that they have is basically that, and they feel like that's the only thing that they have to, offer to the world. And it's a pretty sad thing to, uh, to see. You would, very much hope that things would turn up or end up better for a lot of people, but sometimes some people just don't want better, or they might not know better. This is, for some of these women out here, this might have been a life that they lived, since they were teenagers, which is sad to say. So like I said, I'm just trying to find a solution so that people are safer out here while they're doing the things that they do. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of people will complain, but they're not ready to come up with no type of solution. You're not going to get rid of prostitution because you criminalize it. It's just going to go underground, right? And then it's going to be even worse than what it is, and in direct plain sight. So like I said, there's you can't push harsh penalties directly onto it, because you're going to push it further, underground, and it's going to be even more sought after. That's the main thing. Whenever you happen to make something like illegal, and you're deeming it illegal, and you are quote unquote telling people don't do it, the first thing that they're going to go out there and do is do it. So I don't know, this is just me just going over something. You can agree or disagree in the comment section. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to come up with a solution for this, that it works out for everybody involved. Works out for the government because they get money, works out for the girls because they get money, works out for those guys out there because it's a way safer environment than before. And if people are clean or not. And hopefully, if that were to take place, that, like I said before, would mean a safer environment for those women, so they don't have to worry about losing their lives, or being beaten, or a variety of things like that, or threatened, and yada yada yada. Because if it's legalized, that means that those women are going to again gain a type of protection, which means that if one of these dudes out here decides that they want to try something, they're going to be liable. They're going to be in prison. There's going to be a sentence involved directly with that, right? Like I said, I don't know. That might sound a little bit crazy, but it's the times that we live in.